So, folks, I got according to the virtual session, I got 13 students. So I would like to know your name first. So as I said in the message in the WhatsApp group, I'm gonna attend as the attendance right first. Just tell me your names and I'm gonna check your attendance, right?
Karen Amador.
Okay, thank you very much, Karen.
Dania García.
Sasha Larios.
Jennifer Cuaresma.
Willy Gámez.
Cheryl Carrillo. Samira Granados.
Oh, sorry, I was mute.
Alex Garcia.
Alex.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Anaí Gutiérrez.
Paul Alexander.
Hey, teacher, Lucia Burto here.
Okay, thank you, Lucia. Folks, we're gonna do something. I don't know why that some of you don't appear in this list. So please on the message, mention your name there, and I'm gonna take into account in the attendance today, right?
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Paul, in the case of you, don't worry. I got your name here, right? Okay, folks, as I mentioned before in the WhatsApp group, in this session, we're gonna talk about discussion, okay? So I hope you have read the documents that we got on the platform in session 3, okay? So today we got some discussions today, and we're gonna take the attendance, which worth in 2 points, okay? So let me tell you something, folks. Before giving your opinion, please say your name, okay? So are you ready, folks? So in this session, folks, we're gonna cover the content, moral judgment, and the philosophical ethics, okay? In the previous sessions, folks, we have been discussing some of the dilemmas and principal ethics that we got, right? And the objective that we got for this session, folks, are to identify the concept of moral judgment and the main philosophical ethical approaches related to ethical decision making. Also, we have to analyze ethical situations by applying moral judgments and philosophical ethical principles such as deontology, utilitarianisms, and virtual ethics. And the last one, to demonstrate ethical reasoning by justifying moral decisions in case analysis using appropriate ethical terminology. Okay. So in this, as you can appreciate on the screen, folks, I got this question: is it always right to tell the truth, even if it hurts someone? Why or why not? So I'm gonna divide the group in some breakup rooms, okay? And I'm gonna check who's going to participate in this one. Just something important that you're gonna do first, folks, is to mention your name, okay? So I'm gonna divide the groups and I want to listen to you with your peers in such group. What do you think about this, okay? Don't forget to say your name first, okay? So the session is gonna be divided by three groups, okay? It's gonna be automatically the assignment of the participants. Just when you appear to the other groups, just to mention your name first and then give your opinion. What do you think about this question, okay? Here we go, folks. You can join there, right? Let me know, folks, if you are in the break rooms.
Is that it is that is morally wrong regardless of, what causes. Even if the outcome seems good, I feel like lying is just wrong and we shouldn't do it.
You're Gabriel, right?
Yeah, that's my name. That's this
Okay.
Gabriel.
Okay, thank you, Gabriel.
Hi, this is Isamar Acosta, and I would say sometimes it depends on the situation because we might get into trouble or, for example, have an argument with someone if we honestly say what we think at that moment without any filter. So, I don't know, but I would say that sometimes it is needed, even though we know it is wrong.
I'd like to say something else. I would like to elaborate a bit more on my stance. So I think, yeah, like I said, lying is wrong. Um, but I think this will depend on the situation. So if you think about it, if someone's life is on the line and if
What do you think about the question, folks?
Well, this is Alex Garcia. I think that the
Yeah.
other guys are still thinking about the question. Well, after reviewing all the group chat, we can see that we have a lot of votes in favor of saying the truth in a polite way. So we can say that some partners use the option to don't say the truth or say the truth in a more comfortable way. But I don't agree at all with that opinion. In my personal case, I think that it's better say the truth even if it hurts sometimes
Mhm.
because the truth might cause temporary pain and a lie destroys trust permanently. So, in my personal case, I think that being honest respects the other person's right to reality and allows them to make informed choices. So, in that way, I think that can hurt the person because you're being honest in a rude way, but in my personal case, I will prefer truth that can hurt me for a little time of moment or moments instead of a lie that can be worse for a long time. So in that case, I don't agree with my partners, but I respect that opinion. But we have different opinions in the group chat.
Okay, thank you very much, Alex. What about the rest?
Yeah. Hello. This is Jennifer. So, we were discussing about this question, and we have different opinions about this. In my case, I consider that it's not always right to tell the truth. It will depend on the context. I consider that the truth should be told when it is helpful or necessary, but not when it only causes unnecessary harm. And of course, it will depend on the way that we say it. And also something that I agree to Natalie is that of course we can say the truth, but be careful with the way that we share it because telling the truth doesn't mean that we need to be bad or rude with others. So
Yeah.
it's also I would say involve empathy in the way that we communicate with other people.
Okay, thank you very much, Jennifer. Do we have the last opinion here?
Sorry, teacher, I have bad connection. This is Natalie, but
Okay.
about the question, I think that it's okay to tell the truth always, but to tell the truth, it doesn't mean that you need to be bad with other person. Right saying so, you need to find a great or how can I say it? You need to find the right word to say it to another person without hurting them.
Okay, thank you very much, Natalie. Okay, now folks, we're gonna return to the mains group, okay, and we're gonna give a summary of this, right? Okay, folks, some of you are in the main session, and I would like to listen to some of you. What do you think about the discussion that you were doing with your peers?
Thank you very much, Mr. Morena. Um, I was um I think the majority of us said that lying was morally wrong. But I think it might be justified in certain scenarios. The one I was thinking about is that, I mean, if someone's life is on the line, then in those cases I wouldn't hesitate to lie. So I mean, based on my response, I feel like I'm steering towards um towards the consequential stance. No, I was reading the documents. I'm sorry, consequentialism. That's what I was trying to say. I was reading those documents and I feel like I would be steering more towards that. But I feel like lying is might be right only in extreme
Mm-hmm.
cases. I mean, if you can get out of a situation by just saying the truth, I think you can do it. But um, I feel like lying is not justified unless it's like a very extreme situation. I mean, kind of like life or death situation.
Can I give my opinion about that question?
Okay, yeah.
Uh, uh, my name is Anai. Well, I was reading the last session, the information. So, in my opinion, I believe telling the truth it's important, right? But not always the right choice in every situation. Um, because if the truth causes unnecessary harm or emotional pain, so I suppose it might be more ethical to be gentle or even withhold certain details. Uh, so it's like depends of the situations that we are having to see if we can say the truth or no.
Okay. Thank you,
All
and
right.
I thank you very much. Karen?
I think we should be very diligent to say always, try
Yeah.
to say always the truth, right? Some of my friends are saying that we have to be careful, like if a life is in danger, then don't say the truth. But then one lie costs another one and another one. So then when can I stop and said, no, I need to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So we need to be very careful on that. Like, not because my life is in danger, I'm not going to tell you the truth, right? So this is part of our class ethic, and I think we have to be always professional in
Yeah.
saying the truth when we can say it, right?
Yeah, yeah. And what about folks if we got
Mhm.
a medical situation? Do you think that the doctor must say the truth to the patient?
Um, hi,
Yeah,
teacher. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
Javiera,
no,
tell us, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
okay. Oh, I'm new here, so okay. I would like to say something about your question. About if the doctor can say the truth to their patients, and I would say that I would try to explain it. What I'm thinking about this. Um,
Mhm.
it's very important to say the truth. That's very important, but also it's the way you say the truth. Because our words have powers. So it depends how do you say the truth.
Mhm.
Um, because it's very important not to be rude
Yeah.
when you saying the truth, because it's about being ethical as well. Is that that demonstrate the level or the level or the level of ethical you have or how
Mhm.
ethic you are.
Do,
So
do you
it's
think do you think that a doctor before saying the truth, this doctor takes into account the patient's emotional states?
absolutely because imagine this, if this patient have cancer, oh my
Uh-huh.
goodness.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean,
Something
if a
difficult,
doctor
something
say to
serious.
me, yeah, if a doctor say to me, Javier, I mean, if they say, Javier, you have a cancer, you're gonna die in, I don't know, 6 months,
Yeah.
that will destroy me. Absolutely. So I believe that it's very important to say the truth, but in the way you say it means a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
it will have are bad or negative impact in the life of this person.
Yeah, totally agree with you.
Hello.
Yeah, Isamar, go ahead.
Hello. Oh,
Yes, I
sorry.
wanted to say that I totally agree with Javiera. And sometimes you can still tell the truth, but maybe you have to reward it. Because let's say, for example, if you're studying this major, maybe one day you want to become a teacher. And imagine that a student asks you, am I a bad student in your class? Of course, you as a teacher won't tell him or her, yes, you're
Mm-hmm.
the worst student in the class.
Yeah.
So another way to say that, or maybe to answer that student, would be like, there's room for improvement and you can do this and this and this and this. But you cannot tell that person literally what you're thinking.
Okay. Willie, go ahead.
Mm, yes, good evening. So, well,
Evening.
going back to the main question, whether if it's right to tell the truth or not, like we have been discussing, would be depending on the consequences and the moral duty that we feel. So, for example, we can see that we have a dilemma here, which is between the ontological view and utilitarian view, because
Mm-hmm.
the ontological view says that we have to tell the truth as it is a moral duty,
That's
and
our
it says that
duty, right?
exactly, and it says that lying is wrong, even if the truth hurts. But on the other hand, we have the utilitarian view, which says that what matters most are the consequences. Sorry. Because, for example, we have to protect someone from, for example, trauma, if the truth is something that they cannot take very well. So we have, for example, the medical situation, like, let's say the doctor has a patient's family waiting outside, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
the patient has just a few hours to live. So, well, it depends also on the wording that the doctor has to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for example, if telling the truth could cause a family member to be at risk of a heart attack, then I guess that the doctor might try to do something different, or maybe maybe the doctor would try to say something like, hey, things are going well, when actually it's not, because they might be like compensating the emotional damage by this white lie, as they say it. So it's interesting because we have these two perspectives.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you as well. Okay, folks, we're gonna
Hello.
move on. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I would say
Your
about
name
that.
is?
Tell the truth. My name is Jennifer.
Okay, Jennifer, go ahead.
Well, in brief words, well, I think that many other professionals also have and must to tell the truth all the time. For example, lawyers must be honest in court, and the teachers
Mm-hmm.
also should give accurate information to students and parents, especially when the kids or the students are present difficulties. And I think that we are professionals and we must to be truthful because honesty is part of our ethical responsibility.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Hi, teacher. My name is Paul Gutierrez.
Yeah, yeah, go
And
ahead, Paul.
aligning a medical situation for me is can be harmful because the patients need truthful information to make good decisions about their health. For example, when doctor or patient are not honest, trust loss and training may be affected. Ethics teaching that honesty and respect are essential in healthcare. Telling the
Mm-hmm.
truth help and protect human dignity and support better care for me.
Okay, thank you, Paul. Thank you. So
Hello,
now,
teacher.
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Some days ago, I had thought that telling the truth was always right. But
Cheryl,
now,
right?
yes, but
Okay.
now I read about the documents about dilemma, the ontology, and utilitarianism, and now I think that we need to consider the context to tell the truth. So
Yeah.
I think not always is right to tell the truth.
Yeah, go ahead,
Because
Daniel. Yeah, 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 Cheryl, go ahead.
the ontology
prioritizes the right things of individual human, but
Mm-hmm.
utilitarianism prioritizes happiness and the well-being of the community. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Lucia Burto.
Yeah, teacher. Another example could be an everyday example. And imagine a friend asks you, "Do you like my presentation?" And you honestly think it wasn't very good.
Yeah,
Telling the truth, uh, it could be like, "No, it was boring and badly done." This is honest, but it may hurt your friend' feelings and damage the confidence that you have with your friend.
yeah,
And lying completely, it was perfect, amazing, this avoids pain, but it's not truthful and doesn't help them to improve. So the uncertainty here is deciding how much truth to tell and how to tell it. You don't know exactly your friend will react, but you try to balance honestly with kindness. The uncertainty is what makes the situation ethically challenging
yeah,
and human.
yeah. In that case, all depends on the way that you're gonna say it, right? Okay, good. Arielka Gonzalez, go ahead.
I think that it's better say the truth. So I know that can hurt the people, but the best is be honest and say the truth.
Okay, thank you. Francisco Gonzalez.
Yes, thank you. So ideally, in an ideal scenario, we should tell the truth. However, in my case, I do believe that we have to evaluate and assess the consequences. And we have to, again, assess like how important the situation is. Like, for example, if you're a doctor, you know that your words will play a paramount role when it comes to the family situation, the patient's perspective. So you should be like tell the truth every single time. However, like in personal situations, I would say, like, for example, if your friend comes to you and asks, like, do you think I'm ugly? Like, you cannot say, oh, yes, you're ugly as hell. No, of course not, right?
Uh-huh.
So you can deliver kind of like maybe a politically, like a, you know, politically correct answer, saying something like, like not everyone's perfect. So you're not telling the truth, like not because you would hurt your friend's feelings. So I think, and also because your friend cannot do anything to change that. Like if you tell them,
Yeah,
yes, you're ugly, like they cannot like wake up the next day being like beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I think that depends on the context and also the consequences.
yeah, yeah, that's right. Lubianka Davila,
Hi, teacher. Good evening.
evening.
Well, I strongly believe that we should always tell the truth. However, as humans, we don't do it
Mm-hmm.
that very often. Telling the truth is important, but it's not always necessary to say everything exactly as we think. That's what I consider we have been discussing with well, everyone here. Honestly, help us build our trust. Actually, it also works in order to have healthy relationships. Again, telling the truth is not always as we think it is. I think we should always have empathy, and we should consider the time and the context when we are saying that truth, because it may hurt someone else, as
Yeah,
my partner said before. So being honest to solve problem is correct, but we also have to take into account the context, people's feelings, and many different things. That's my opinion.
yeah, in all of the time, the truth
Mhm.
hurts, right?
Exactly.
Okay, Diana Downs, go ahead, Diana.
Okay, so lying is okay sometimes, but not always.
Lying
Mm-hmm.
can be okay in very specific situations, like when it protects someone from unnecessary harm, like a white lie, keeps a
Yeah.
surprise or avoids hurting feelings without real consequence. For example, telling someone they look fine when they're insecure and it doesn't change anything important. But lying becomes not okay when breaks trust, manipulates or control others, or avoids responsibility. So ethically, honesty builds trust, and once that trust is damaged, it's hard to repair. So lying isn't good or bad by default. It depends on intentions, impact, and context.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Diana. Owen, go ahead. Go, Owen.
Good evening.
Good
Well,
morning.
what I believe with this, actually, yes, always say the truth. However, do it in the proper way. For example, be approaching with the people like we have to tell them the truth. No matter what it hurts, always give you a positive feedback. Yes, it's okay. Like that is doesn't look like good for you, but we can do this for improve that, because at the end of the day, we need to hear that, because at the end it will make us better.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Thank you. Joseph Israel Olivas. Go ahead.
Hello, teacher.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, teacher?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, as the majority of my partners said, it's important say the truth for our professionalism. Is for our future. Our in our professionalism is important to say the truth, because if we are at teachers, doctors, or any type of professional that we could have in the future, we we must say the truth, because sometimes when we talk about the as a teacher, we can say the truth to the parents, to the children, or the any student that I we have. So, and the truth is important to say, because we must to say the parents that the kid or the young need to improve that. Or, for example, if we are doctors, we must to say the truth, because it's important. So, so it's important to say that how we can help the patient, or we can say the support of the family, and that's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Joseph. Dania, would you like to add something else, Dania?
Yes, yes. Good evening. My name is Daniel, and I think so. The telling the truth is essential and important, but how and when it is the told matters, because sometimes the truth can cause unnecessary pain or harm, especially if the person is not ready, if the truth doesn't help situation. For example, in some case, doctors should be honest,
Mm-hmm.
but they should also be kind and careful, and shows words or wait the right moment so the patient is not harmed emotionally. I think so. For this reason, it depends on the concept, the context.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to say in the specific moment or wait for the right moment.
Yeah, yeah. And just for ending up, folks, I would like to listen to two of you. Based on the discussion that we have made, how would you define moral judgment? So just two people, I would like to listen to you about this one. Because implicit flow, folks, you have been discussing the definition of moral judgment, but I would like to listen to you. How would you define it? Yes, Owen, go ahead. Yes, Owen, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Anai, go ahead.
Well, regarding the information that we have, it's like the evaluation, moral judgment. It's the evaluation a person
Yeah.
makes about an action or decision.
Yeah.
For example, considering whether it is right or wrong
Mm-hmm.
according to their values.
Yeah, okay, good. That makes sense. You said that this is the evaluation of a person's actions, right? Okay, that makes sense.